In the depths of your silence, a storm has been brewing, gathering strength, collecting power, waiting for the moment when everything changes. You are not who they told you that you were. You are not the limits they drew around you. You are not the small box they tried to confine you in. You are something else entirely. Something unprecedented. Something raw. Something uncontainable. Listen closely, because this is not just a moment. This is a breaking point. This is a revelation. Every doubt they planted, every criticism they whispered, every attempt to diminish you was actually a seed of your own awakening. They thought they were holding you back, but they were actually preparing you, forging you, tempering your spirit in the fires of resistance. Your pain is not weakness. Your struggles are not failures. Your moments of darkness are not defeat. They are the hidden chapters of your transformation. Do you feel it building inside you? That energy, that rising tide of potential, that force they never understood, that power they could never comprehend. You are not asking for permission anymore. You are not waiting for validation. You are not seeking approval. You are claiming your space. You are declaring your worth. You are stepping into a version of yourself that will rewrite every narrative they constructed about you. Every rejection was a redirection. Every setback was a setup. Every moment of doubt was actually a moment of preparation. Your resilience is not a choice. It is your fundamental nature. Your determination is not learned. It is encoded in your DNA. The world doesn't create warriors. The world reveals them. And today, you are being revealed, not as who they thought you were, but as who you were always meant to be. This is not about revenge. This is about resurrection. You are not seeking to prove them wrong. You are seeking to prove yourself right. Your potential is not a promise. It is a prophecy waiting to be fulfilled. Every limitation is an illusion. Every boundary is a suggestion. Every constraint is a challenge waiting to be shattered. You are not defined by their expectations. You are defined by your own evolution. The force they feared is not something external. It resides within you. It has always been within you, waiting, preparing, growing. This is your moment of emergence, your moment of declaration, your moment of absolute transformation. When they said you couldn't, you were already planning how you would. When they tried to silence you, you were developing a voice that would echo through generations. When they attempted to make you small, you were expanding beyond their comprehension. Your journey is not linear. It is quantum, unpredictable, revolutionary. You are not just breaking barriers. You are redesigning the entire landscape of possibility. Feel the power rising. Feel the momentum building. Feel the unstoppable energy of your own becoming. This is not just a moment. This is a movement. And you are its architect, its catalyst, its living embodiment. The force they feared is finally unleashed. And it is you, in all your unfiltered, uncompromising, uncontainable glory. Rise. Your transformation is a mathematical equation of infinite possibility, where limitations are variables to be solved, not constants to be accepted. Think of yourself as an algorithm of potential, constantly recalibrating, constantly expanding, constantly rewriting your own source code. You are not a finished product. You are an ongoing experiment, a living, breathing hypothesis of human potential. Every moment of doubt is a hypothesis waiting to be challenged. Every moment of fear is a theorem waiting to be disproved. Your pain is not a weakness. It is raw data, information about your capacity to endure, to adapt, to transform. Consider the quantum mechanics of your own becoming, where observation changes the very nature of reality, where your perception creates your experience, where your belief generates your truth. You are not bound by linear progression. You are a non-linear system of infinite potential, capable of quantum leaps, of sudden, miraculous transformations. The world sees your history, but You understand your trajectory. They catalog your failures. But you are calculating your resurrection. Each setback is not a subtraction. It is a complex multiplication of your resilience. Your struggles are not weights. They are resistance training for your spirit, building emotional muscle, expanding psychological capacity. Imagine yourself as a living algorithm, self-correcting, self-improving, continuously debugging the programming of limitation. Your mind is not a fixed infrastructure. It is a dynamic network, constantly rewiring, constantly rebuilding, constantly transcending. You are not limited by your past experiences. You are liberated by your ability to reinterpret them. Every narrative of limitation is waiting to be disrupted by your innovation. Your potential is not a destination. It is a continuous exploration, a perpetual state of becoming. Feel the mathematical precision of your transformation, the algorithmic beauty of your evolution, the quantum potential of your existence. You are not fighting against the world. You are recalibrating your relationship with possibility. Every breath is a recalculation. Every thought is a system update. Every action is a revolutionary code. The force they feared is not just your success. It is your relentless commitment to continuous transformation. You are not just changing. You are redefining the very parameters of change. Rise beyond the equations they calculated. Solve the unsolvable. Prove the unprovable. Become the unimaginable. The force they feared is finally unleashed, and it speaks the language of infinite potential. There is a landscape within you, unexplored, uncharted, waiting to be discovered. Your internal wilderness is not a terrain of weakness. It is a sanctuary of untapped potential, a sacred ground where miracles are conceived, where transformation takes its first breath. Listen to the whispers of your own becoming, the subtle frequencies of your unexpressed power, the silent symphonies of potential, resonating beneath the surface of your perceived limitations. You are not a passive recipient of experience. You are an active architect of reality, sculpting possibility with the chisel of intention, painting your existence with brushstrokes of audacious belief. Every moment is a portal. Every breath is a choice. Every heartbeat is a revolution. Your pain is not a punishment. It is a profound teacher, a masterclass in resilience, a curriculum of radical self-discovery. Imagine yourself as a living constellation, fragments of starlight, scattered across the universe of potential, waiting to be reconnected, waiting to illuminate the darkness. Your struggles are not chains. They are the raw materials of your metamorphosis. Each challenge a catalyst, each obstacle an invitation to transcend. The world will try to define you by your history, by your circumstances, by the narrow expectations of collective mediocrity. But you know a deeper truth. You are not bound by their narratives. You are a living, breathing ecosystem of infinite possibility. Your vulnerability is not weakness. It is your most profound strength, the soft soil from which extraordinary resilience grows. The liquid mercury of transformation. Feel the tectonic shifts within your spirit, the internal earthquakes of awakening, the volcanic eruptions of suppressed potential. You are not healing. You are remembering, reconnecting with the core of your most authentic self, the self that existed before doubt, before fear, before compromise. Your journey is not about arriving. It is about becoming, a perpetual state of emergence, of radical self-creation. Every wound you've carried, every shadow you've wrestled, every moment of darkness is compost for your blossoming. You are not fixing yourself. You are excavating your most essential truth, removing the layers of conditioning, revealing the diamond of your true essence. The force they feared is not just your success. It is your uncompromising commitment to authenticity, your willingness to stand naked in the face of judgment, your courage to be precisely, unapologetically you. This is not a performance. This is a profound declaration of being. You are not seeking approval. You are demanding recognition. not from the world, but from yourself. Your power does not reside in conquest. It resides in radical acceptance, in the willingness to meet yourself exactly where you are, while holding a vision of where you are becoming. The force they feared is finally unleashed, and it moves with the grace of a hurricane, the precision of a laser, the depth of an ocean. Rise, emerge, become.